there's such a thing as a sweet boner.
Oh, 100%.
You know what I mean?
The romantic
100%.
boner.
Like when your sweetie walks in the room and just the sight of her is boy yoing.
Yeah.
That's like that's lovely.
Welcome back to None of My Business. I'm your host, Sophia Benoit, and this is my co-host, Kelsey June Jensen.
Hey there.
And today, our guest to help share somebody else's business is the hilarious comedian, podcaster, host of Good Christian Fun, Kevin T. Porter.
Oh my God.
KTP.
Wow. It's such an honor to be here.
It's such an honor to have
Yeah, to
somebody
have
with the
you.
middle initial.
Literally.
Yeah, you haven't had John C. Reilly on yet, right?
Not yet.
We have.
Oh, wait. Oh, yeah. We have.
We
Sorry.
have
Yeah,
many
yeah.
times.
Yeah, yeah.
business is this? Oh my God. It's fun.
Oh my gosh.
Whoa.
Can we
Should
just
do now?
Can we just give you
He's
people
here.
who have middle initials and you can do their...
Oh, I'm going to run out real quick, but we can try.
I actually can't think of another person with the middle initial.
William H. Macy.
Okay.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one.
There's got to be one more middle. You know what? Let's think of some women with middle initials.
I was trying to, but
I literally just thought Mary Todd Lincoln, but I was like, I don't know. That was the first name that came to my mind.
you guys have the same middle name.
Same middle name.
Yeah,
She's actually
yeah.
Mary T. Lincoln.
Mary T.
Whoa.
Lincoln.
We need to find out, do you like sharing other people's business? Do you like
Ooh.
gossiping?
I've gone through different arcs over time.
What are your
What are
arcs?
What are the arcs?
Yeah.
What are the arcs?
Well, I've just gone through different phases of my life where I remember this used to be my like, hey, how's it going question. This would be me reconnecting with someone, especially during the pandemic
Okay.
when there was nothing else to do or think
Yeah.
about.
Yeah.
I remember texting friends, and I will say, to be fair, acquaintances of mine,
Okay.
and saying, hey, do you have any gossip? And then,
Mm.
this is humiliating.
I don't think so.
I was listening to a podcast that one of them was doing,
Uh-huh.
and they complained like, this guy texted me and said, hey, do you have any gossip? I'm like, no.
Oh,
And they were sort of,
no.
they weren't like making fun of me essentially, but they were like, it was kind of a weird question. And then after that, I was like, maybe that's not a good question. I don't know.
I
But it
actually
used to be a fun
completely,
question.
That's
I
super
disagree
fun.
completely with them. Like,
Yeah.
I
They
feel
really
like that's,
spooked me from it, I think is what I'm saying.
that's horrible because how else
no,
are you going to
totally.
find the gossip?
People come to me with that question all the time.
Yeah, just like,
Truly.
what's the latest?
Yeah,
and you
they're
often
like, what's
do have
going on?
gossip.
What was that?
You often do have gossip.
Often.
People,
I thought you just said fondue, and now I'm thinking about fondue. But you fondue
you
have
don't
gossip.
have
But yes,
fondue.
anyway, so I have a fondue
do you
fountain
have
of gossip.
fondue or gossip?
I have
Either
a
one's
fondue fountain of gossip. It's like never ending.
Well,
You
this
do.
could be like the new tea. Like we're all like, the tea's hot, or who
Yeah,
spilled
like,
the
come
tea.
on.
Let's
Like a
elevate.
3-layer fondue.
Yeah.
a nice chocolate
yeah,
fountain of
yeah, or
Beautiful.
cheese.
or cheese.
You might like that.
Or cheese.
Yeah, or cheese.
Inclusive
Not sure
of
why
our
that-
Texas neighbors.
you
yeah.
know.
Well, we've had cheese. Okay, anyways, we've
No,
had
no,
cheese
I do love
fondue
it.
before.
I do love a cheese fondue. That
You
wasn't.
guys are being defensive about the cheese in a way that I wasn't expecting.
It gets heated about cheese in this
It
room.
does.
There's something really
No, you have gossip a lot.
100%.
So do you get good gossip?
Sometimes, I got one friend that I talk to on a regular basis who has a close friend who gives me so much great stuff. So many great stuff and this guy, I'm not gonna try to dox anyone, but like he's not like a movie star, but he's one of those character actor people where it's like, oh, you're kind of in everything, so you've seen everything.
Okay.
Okay.
And you know everyone and
They're
you've
in the
worked
know.
with everyone.
Yeah.
So I would say every 2 to 4 months, I get something from that where I'm like, oh, this is delicious. This is so good.
It's nice.
And then I have some, East Coast correspondents as well. I have some people I check in with in New York.
You're
and I'm
writing
like,
long
what's
letters.
try to.
So you're still checking in.
Yeah, always.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're on
When I
a-
ask somebody how are you, I do actually mean do
That's
you have
actually
any
what the question
gossip?
is.
Yeah.
I don't
If
mean
they're a real one, they'll say it.
Yeah,
They'll
they
say the
will.
gossip. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I have found the older I get, the more like not on Front Street I'm becoming. And I've become a little more private. So then I'm like, is everyone else like kind of assimilating to that
So
level?
you're telling people less of your life.
Oh.
A little bit less. Yeah, I think
Okay.
so. There's
And
also less to tell maybe at this stage. I don't know.
Okay. So
In
you
my
think that
mid-50s, to be clear.
no, and,
Yeah.
and that'll happen at
Mhm.
54. But do you?
We all level out.
We do. We're Sophie and I are getting there.
We're getting there.
I love gossiping. Was that the question? Do I
Probably,
love it?
yeah.
I do want to know, for our sake of gossip, are you in a relationship now?
I am in a relationship.
You
now.
are.
I know.
Wow. And do you tell
I'm as
people?
surprised as anybody, to be fair.
You just found out.
Yeah, I'm like, wait, what? I think I am.
Do
Yeah.
you tell people about your relationship at all, or like do you keep it kind of private?
I do. I mean, Tell about the relationship. How? Like the existence of it?
Well, yeah. I mean, like, are you one of those people who's kind of mysterious online about having a partner? Are you one of those people who, like, you tell everybody everything that happens?
Yes. Well, I would say there's like, this is an interesting line. And then, it's an intersection of like, how do we all behave on social media in 2026 and what's like appropriate or not? I
Mhm.
feel like I've gone through things in past relationships where it's like, oh, my level of discretion and what I categorized to be privacy was sometimes interpreted as like, oh, that's like feeling hidden, in a way that
Oh,
might be hurtful.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So I do like to err on the side of like public pride
Mhm.
rather than like, oh, there's this thing that's tucked away that no one needs to know because my private life is my private life.
Like, you feel like they'll feel hidden, or you don't like the
I've
feeling
experienced it in the
of
past where it's like, oh, that's absolutely not what I meant to do,
Right,
but
right,
it was
right. I see, I see, I
interpreted
see.
as such. So now I'm like, let me err on the other side of things
Mhm.
just for like safety's sake and just because it's nice too to participate in. So I feel pretty comfortable with that. As far as like,
Do you tell your friends things? Like, if
yeah,
there's like stuff that goes down?
well, this is what's interesting because like for my girlfriend and I, we've really merged our friend groups together pretty
Mhm.
because we started as friends. So we all, we
Right.
met in a similar community. So there is this interesting responsibility of like, well, your friends are my friends. So I don't want to triangulate with you if you're just as close with her
Right.
as I am with her.
Yeah.
Because then she's going to have weird information about you that you don't,
Totally.
Right,
You
right,
can't,
right,
you
right.
have to be careful.
there's
for
a
that.
little bit of that, and not like I would ever be disrespectful, but I definitely I try not to do that. Like if I'm like, oh, I got this thing that's like on my mind that might be even in the vicinity of that, I try to outsource that to someone that's like
yeah.
Mhm.
not like
Not in
maybe
the triangle.
knows the players, but wouldn't be a triangulation
Yeah,
in
yeah.
that sense.
Your family? Do you go to your family for that
I
ever?
do not go to my family.
You
Some people
don't.
talk to their family about their relationships in a way that is foreign to me, I
Do you
think.
tell them like anything?
I tell them that it exists.
You're just like, I am dating and that's all
By
you
the
need to
way,
know.
yeah,
It's
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
here's
yeah.
how we met, here's their deal, here's what's wonderful about them, etc. But my brother and sister have been married for so many years that it's like
oh,
it's so
that's
alien,
that's so
Right,
random
right,
too. It's like, oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, my
What are you up
sister's
to?
been married for 10 years, my brother for like
Wow.
16. So
Wow.
Whoa.
Are
yeah,
you the youngest?
I'm the youngest of 3.
Wait,
I
me
am.
too.
Really?
Of 3, yeah.
Where were you born?
Salt Lake City.
I was born in Tulsa, Oklahoma, and me and my 2 siblings all share birthdays with Hanson, who were all born in Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Hanson.
Hanson.
Something spooky
Mbop,
is
Yeah. Isn't
mbop.
that
happening.
interesting?
Oh, wow,
That's
wow, wow.
really spooky.
Yeah.
Let me amend that slightly. They shared the 2 birthdays with the 2 Hanson fellas. I share a birth month, and it's off by 11 days. So it's November
Okay.
17th, March 14th, and then the one guy, the fella in Hanson, is October 22nd. I'm October 11th.
Okay.
I think
that's
you
so
should
weird.
lie about it.
Yeah.
I should
think you should
probably
lie.
legally
I think you
change my
should.
birthday.
Yeah, I think you should.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's
3
re-
siblings in Tulsa with shared birthdays and then birth month.
Wow.
That's
wild.
something.
That
It is
that
something.
is
It's
something.
something. You
That's
guys
major.
might make the next one-hit wonder.
Yeah.
And maybe that's why they resonate with me so deeply.
I love Hanson.
I really
Yeah.
want to try their hops. They started a beer brand.
Oh,
That's real.
I really
Oh.
could not tell for a millisecond.
Yeah,
I
wow.
really couldn't tell.
Hops.
They started hops. They're
So
still in
you're not
I wonder if
Tulsa.
you can
telling-
get it here.
What if
you
you
know?
got gossip about your siblings? Would your family talk about it?
My
Like,
fa-
does your family
I think my family does.
like they do talk about it?
yeah. I kind of don't like it.
You don't?
Oh.
No, well, our family growing up, we were a really tight unit. We had cousins and aunts and uncles and stuff, but they were so other to us. We were like, we're the only ones that are insane. They're
They're nuts.
strange.
Okay.
Yeah.
And we're the cool ones. So there was
Wait,
that.
same. Yeah.
Really? For you
Yeah.
as well?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
There's a lot of similarities here.
I know. What the hell's
Similarities here.
happening?
They
There's
might
no
have-
similarities.
Her siblings might have the same birthdays as you and Hanson too.
Oh
Yeah.
my God.
You don't know.
Maybe.
We don't know.
There's no way to find out.
But that does, the internal interoffice within the family gossip does happen.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Who's the big gossip in your family?
Usually the way it happens is we'll all be hanging out in one of these, like, because now we see each other like once every 18 months is sort of the standard. They're all in Texas and Oklahoma. And then we'll all be gathered. And then one party will leave. And then the rest of whoever's remaining will just talk about them. In a way where I'm like, well, this sucks. Because
Wow.
I see them the least frequently out of anyone.
So you
because
don't
I'm in
leave. You're
California.
waiting it out. You need to get going. You're like your flights. You're just like, I'm not
I
going.
need to get going. And I've made rules of like, okay, I know I will enjoy my family so much for X amount of days. And if we cross that threshold, it's going to be not fun. And I'm right every time. There's something
Yeah.
that happens on the last night where it's like, whoa, this doesn't feel good.
But you get out of there and then everyone's talking about you. So
I know.
Yeah.
No, this is
And
what
you're
I've
fine with that.
accepted.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'm okay with it. Yeah.
It's
'Cause
fine.
I love
I
my
don't-
family.
Yeah.
I'm not worried about my family talking about me.
At
You know what I
all.
mean? Like I'm talking about them. We're all,
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gossiping about them right now.
Same.
yeah.
I'm gossiping about them to them.
Can we
Like,
clip
to their
this
faces.
out and send it to my family group chat?
Yeah.
Oh, 100%.
Just make a note for the producer.
Yes.
No,
So
no,
we'll
we
know.
will. Don't
Is
you
this
worry.
our clip?
Yes. So you grew up religious
I did.
which is the
Yeah.
kind of narrative of your podcast or
The big narrative.
the-
yeah.
the thesis behind
Mhm.
the creation of your
The thread
podcast.
of it. Mhm.
Yes. So was there good gossip in church? Because I feel like
Always. Yeah. There's a lot of, you can find a lot of material on the idea of like prayer as a gossip mechanism.
Yeah.
I want to pray for her. She's going through this. So let's pray
Yes.
about
that's actually
her
such a
Yep.
sweet way to
together.
drop
Yep.
some hot gossip. Be like, we really need to pray for her because her husband is cheating on her.
It's
Like,
so funny.
Yes.
Well, and there is this, and I especially experienced it like in my early adulthood, there's this proclivity in like evangelical spaces of everyone feeling entitled to everyone else's information.
Mm.
So it's actually not gossip. You're actually very concerned about her, which is why we need to talk about the sin issue in her life.
Mm-hmm.
We need to sort it out so we can like
Wait.
properly pray for
I
her,
actually
etc.
love the phrase sin issue.
Is that so
Sin
funny?
issue is awesome.
That's great because it's like if I do have a concern, I can just be like, "Hey, our other friend,
We have a little bit of a
we
sin
have a
issue.
sin issue."
Yeah.
Wait, would they get up and like they're giving a sermon and then while they're praying, they're like, and we need to pray for the Johnsons because of
I think that does happen in some church. The way it functioned for the spaces I was in would be like these smaller
Close.
Bible studies
Okay.
where it's like we all meet on Tuesday night and then we blah blah blah. And then like the guys would break off with the guys and the girls would break
Yeah.
off with the girls.
Were the guys gossiping too?
A little bit. Probably not as much as the girls just because they were less emotionally open. But yeah.
The patina of concern really covers so much with the
So
church.
It's
Yeah.
such a good
It's
shield.
such a good shield. Like I'm so concerned for her.
yeah.
Lord protect her.
Ooh.
Lord be offense.
Because then
but-
your heart is in the right place. So one of the arcs I've gone through recently, I remember having a conversation with a friend of mine a couple years ago, and she was like, "I don't ever like to talk shit." She was like, she's so funny and wonderful and lovely, and her thesis, her like philosophy was, "I don't ever like to talk shit. I think it always shows your ass instead of whoever the person is that you're talking about."
Okay.
And she really got into my head about it. I remember talking about it with another friend of mine who, when I kind of posed this to her, is like, "Yeah, she says she doesn't ever talk shit." And it's just kind of, she got very like defensive, like, "Well, no, you have to talk shit. You have to talk shit to be able to bond it all." So she went way the other way of like, talking shit is essential to a good, healthy, connected friendship and
I'm pretty
relationship.
close to that.
You're
I'm
close
on
to
that
that?
side, yeah.
I feel
yeah,
like so I went when I was in college. I was on like there was a freshman dorm, and all of us were super super close. And I feel like that one of the people I still remember this so clearly early on just said something that like disarmed all of us, which was, I think it's normal for people to talk about their friends behind their backs, and I don't think it's a big deal. And then from then on, all of us were like, I didn't know it was an
unlocked.
option that we could just be
Wow.
cool with it and accept that like that's probably going to happen in a close friend group. And from then on, we were all just like, yeah, that happens. Like if you're friends with people, you talk about them. Now that we've shared some of our business,
Oh,
are you ready to share someone else's
sure am.
business? Do you know at all how this works? Do you know a little bit?
basically.
Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to become the person
Do I open now?
you can, Haven, fake name, who I interviewed before the show.
Haven.
Not a
Like
real
my
name.
name, Caven.
Yeah,
Aw.
Haven key porter.
Haven and Haven.
You're going to become her for a little bit. You can stop and interrupt yourself at any time, but you will be reading her answers to some questions I asked about her
Ooh,
sex
these
and
big, beautiful cards.
aren't they? They're lovely. It makes it so
these.
official.
Thank you, Bill Simmons. Oh my God.
He prints them every night. Did
Yeah.
you know that?
Yeah,
Even
yeah.
if we don't have a show, he prints them out. Before you become Haven and you start sharing Haven's business,
Mhm.
I'm going to share a little bit about her so that you know how to get into character. You know,
please, yeah.
not that you really need to, but
Yeah,
you know,
I kind of am the Jeremy Strong of podcasts, so
figured. You
I
are-
really need
I knew
to.
it.
I'm
glad
about
that you
to
said
become
it.
a psycho right now.
Yes,
So
yes.
Haven is 26. She uses she, they pronouns, and she is bisexual.
Okay.
And 3 pieces of her business that I'm going to share about her in advance are she once got caught masturbating by her mom, who said, "You should never do that again. You're going to hell."
Oh.
And Haven says, "I was just like, okay." And then I kept doing it.
Okay.
Okay,
Nice.
classic.
What if she was like, All right, sounds good, Mom. And she never did it
She
again.
never did again. She once got a bladder infection, not a UTI, from a guy who did not shower enough. She went
Ew.
to the hospital and the nurse said it listed off all these reasons it might be from, and one of them was partner hygiene. And she knew immediately who it was and was like, it was a one-time quick hookup.
From one time?
One
Oh,
time.
Fucking
it's not
nasty.
worth the price tag.
Ew.
Yeah,
Ew.
disgusting. Just wanted to also put that out there so everyone knows to wash their dick.
Yeah, like Rachel Hollis said, girl, wash your dick.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
And then I asked her about her icks, and I thought these were magnificent. I support Haven so much. Her 2 icks are, and this is a quote, I worked at American Eagle briefly, and I saw a guy pull a shirt up off a rack and hold it to his body. And I was like, this is so cringy. Oh my God. And I understand why he's doing it, but I can't. Amazing ick. She
you-
literally just, he was like
Wow.
holding it up, and she was like, you should know what size you are.
What?
Oh my gosh.
But isn't
I feel so bad
this
for
is
him,
such
actually.
normal behavior,
know.
right?
I know. And she also, even when talking to me, admitted that she was like, I totally get why he's doing it. But for some reason, watching that guy do that, I was like, ew.
I mean, no disrespect to Haven. This feels like part of the epidemic. If you go on FYP and it's like a guy crossed the street and it gave me the, where it's like,
know.
yo, I have to cross the street. Like, it's gonna happen. I'm
I couldn't agree
sorry.
with you more
Yeah.
in a general sense. However, every single time someone describes an ick that is really specific, that makes me feel almost sad for the
You're
person.
like,
I feel
get
so
it.
sad for
a
him.
tiny part of me is like, this is funny, but also I think the funniest part of it is that all of us have had that moment where someone's doing something completely reasonable and they look kind of pathetic doing it. And you're like,
Yeah.
like all of us have. All of us have.
yeah.
Like if I had to watch myself for 24 hours, I would.
Oh, honey. Yeah.
Yeah, I
the
would-
number of times we would give ourselves the ick. If we had a Truman Show-esque sort of
Oh.
coverage of,
Oh, all the
of the
time.
the day-to-day.
No,
it'd
that's
be
fair. I
bad.
get the ick a lot. There was
Yeah.
one where I was hugging a guy in the bathroom and I saw the back of his head like in the bathroom mirror and I was like, ooh. And there was nothing wrong with it.
Was it like
Honestly,
a
it was
hair
fine.
thing? Or
No, I just was like, I don't need to see this. I don't want to, I just didn't want to see it.
hugging with the mirror present, impossible to not look.
I had to. I
Impossible.
was like,
Take a
oof,
peek.
I didn't want to
Yeah.
see that. I
Yeah.
didn't want to see that.
If someone was filming us, what would it look like?
Yeah. Her other ick is much more reasonable, which was vaping. And her current boyfriend vaped when they started dating. And she said it was so cringy that it turned into a deal breaker for her and he
Wow.
quit. And I was like, that's great.
Okay.
That's nice.
Yeah.
I think it's wonderful. Vaping is very cringy and hard to deal with, I think.
Yeah.
Sorry for all the vapors out there.
It's not my
Yeah.
struggle.
Not mine either.
Not yet.
Not
Yeah,
yet.
not yet. I was
Maybe it
like,
will
it could
be.
be. Yeah. I've been needing a new thing.
A new
maybe.
vice.
I'll
Yeah.
just vape.
I'm thinking about it.
All right. Are you ready now that you've gotten a little taste of who Haven is
Oh, yeah.
to become Haven?
Why, yes.
Thank
What,
you.
does it necessitate like a
Whoa.
You can just
No,
shoot
that
her
was great. Yeah,
a
yeah.
different sort of
Tuck your
way
hair.
If you
about me,
want to.
Yeah.
If you want to do the whole thing in goofy voice, which I know you
Yuck.
can. Yeah, if you want to do that the whole entire time, that's fine.
the
too.
first time I had sex?
That was great. Okay. First things first. What was the first time you had sex like?
The first time I had sex was with my ex-husband. We met in Bible college and snuck away and had sex in the back of his car. It was not great. It was both of our first times, which is probably why it sucked. I mean, I don't think anyone's first time is magical, but we really loved each other. We really did. Obviously, we got married later. Not that obvious. But
Well, 'cause
afterwards.
she said ex-husband.
Oh, true.
Oh, right.
I'm not listening to myself. I'm so sorry.
No, I'm
We
just-
both had to drive to our gender-separated dorms, and I was like, why didn't we get a hotel room or something? Why did we do it in the back of our car? But it was nice because I grew up in a very purity-driven home. So it being in a car and it being kind of gross felt almost freeing.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, there's been many pieces written about this of like the rise of car culture in America and the turn of the century is the rise of sex culture as well.
Oh,
Because then
Really?
you can, well, because
you have
then
a
it's
third
like
space to go.
you can go somewhere and just like do it in the
Yeah.
car. Yeah.
I've never had
Okay.
sex in a car, and I always am like, I feel like I should because it seems like I'm missing out on something. And everybody's response is like, no, you're not. But it seems crazy to have never had sex in a car.
You should. You probably should do
Thank
that
you.
soon.
Me
Yeah.
renting the like pickup truck from Home
I was
Depot.
thinking like a mini. Yeah. Like a
Or
van.
yeah, like an influencer van.
yeah.
something.
Yeah. An influencer van? What is
Yeah.
that?
Well, you know these vanfluencers on TikTok and whatnot.
Oh,
Oh,
I did
okay.
not know
Yeah,
what that was.
Not
gonna
like a clown car full of clowns, but
That's
it's
what I
influencers
was
coming out of
thinking
a van.
it was.
No, it's an influencer van, like the
Like
van
the van life,
influence.
like-
yes,
yeah,
yes,
yeah,
yes.
yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
okay,
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 okay.
okay. Oh, that'd be nice.
That would be nice,
Yeah.
but it's almost
Has a little
like
bed.
I feel like it has a bed, which doesn't count. You
How
know?
about a minivan? You love minivans, and also there's lots of room.
I guess I do like minivans, but I didn't think
How
of
about a
myself.
Waymo?
Oh, Waymo.
I will never be in a Waymo. If you see
Ever.
me in a Waymo, unless they sponsor us, just kidding. But you will never see me in a Waymo. If you see me in a Waymo, it is under
Something went
duress.
wrong.
Like
Yeah.
absolutely under duress.
Okay.
One time a Waymo honked at me, and I still think about it.
That's really
Whoa.
fucked
A
up.
Waymo. Yeah, because it wanted me to get out of the way. I was like, fuck you.
I didn't know they could do that.
Yeah, they can. It was horrible.
It's
That's
one thing to have
humiliating.
AI replace your job, but to be honked
To
at,
honk at me?
that is a
But
human
also,
experience.
is it the car or is it
Sucked.
like a guy in Indonesia that has to watch the car being like,
Oh.
No matter what, I was
Beep.
miffed, and I'll never forget it. It was almost a year ago, and I'm still
You
thinking
haven't-
about
We're
it.
coming up on the anniversary, right?
We
Does this
really are, yeah.
release on the anniversary of Kelsey's
Waymo honk.
honking
Very
incident?
very close. And I will be doing something about it.
Wow.
Yeah.
A little bit of my background. I grew up in a cult, and the cult kind of like warped my view out of a lot of things. But when I got to college, it was my first time. It was my first time disconnected. Huh? But when I got
From
to
the-
college,
like from the cult, like disconnected from.
oh, it was my first time disconnected from the cult. And I went to him and I was like, this is a cult, right? And he was like, yes. And we kind of deconstructed our faith together. And sex was almost part of that. So sex
was
as
super
an act of
casual.
faith deconstruction.
Yes.
So like the purity stuff where it's like, if you're not abstinent, you're going to go to hell. Just kidding. We can have sex. And this is like it's not just like an act that we want to do, but it's also like symbolic of our newfound freedom apart from the cult. It's kind of
Wow.
lovely.
It's kind
That
of
was a
great.
casual cult drop.
Yeah.
It
I was
really
in a cult, and then
And then I went to
moving
Bible
on.
college.
Yeah.
And
What was the
there,
cult?
I asked the guy. She did not
Just
name the cult specifically, but you'll find out a tiny bit more. So I don't want to ruin too much. But it
Ooh.
is really funny to be like, "Was that a cult?" And the other person be like, "Yep."
Yeah. Wow. That's casual.
So did he grow up in the same cult?
Well, he was religious, but in a different situation. The college was a very strict Bible college, but it wasn't connected to the cult. So we met there and we were both like, wait a second, this is not how it's supposed to be. But when we had sex, we weren't engaged or married or anything. We'd been dating for a month or two, but we were very serious.
I think
Didn't-
it's kind of impressive to, after being in a cult that was very religious and very like no sex before marriage, go to like we started dating and a month or two later.
It only takes
Like,
a month.
That's pretty
Yeah.
fast.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
fast tracking
That's
it.
great.
Yeah, that is good. That's
Mhm.
good.
It's
great.
We're on a good track.
We're on a good track.
I'm feeling good about Haven.
Feel-
All right.
You're gonna keep feeling good. She's great.
Okay.
Okay. So did the sex with him ever get good?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I struggled a lot to finish, even years into our marriage. At first, I was like, just let me do it myself. And he really worked with me. He's not the best sex I've ever had, but he was very good at listening. And we explored a lot together.
Kind of nice, you
Yeah.
know?
That is nice.
Well, it's that thing of some people say, like, ooh, isn't it so awful to get married when you're so young? Like, when you see these Christian kids getting married when they're like 22 years old to each other.
Right.
And oftentimes it is. And then sometimes it's very beautiful because then like something like this happens where it's like, ooh, they both kind of grow in the
Yeah.
same direction at the same time. So rather than like meeting as fully baked humans, like 26, 27, 28 years, into their life, they kind of, it's like the high school sweetheart thing in a way.
Yeah, yeah,
It's so
yeah.
much more rare, obviously, but it
I
does
do feel like
happen.
occasionally
Yeah.
you get like the couples that kind of become very positive sense freaks together. They're both
Yeah.
like,
yeah.
oh wait, not only do we like have questions about how we were raised and whatever, we have some of the same questions and
We
have
can
some
learn them
answers.
together.
yeah.
Yeah.
Let's keep going. Let's go hard.
That
That's
is beautiful.
Nice. That
It
is.
is.
That's really
It's having a
gorgeous.
classmate,
Yeah.
For real.
And she's what, like 20 at this point? 19?
I think she was 18
Oh,
or
18
19 at
is
that point.
fresh.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was
Okay.
very, very
Fresh out.
Yeah, fresh out.
Okay.
All right. First comes marriage. How long were you two dating before you got married? And how long were you married for?
I think we dated for a year and a half before we got married, and we were married for 5 years. His family initially cut him off when we left college. But about a year into us being married, they welcomed us back and apologized. Sorry. Like, my
Oops.
bad.
Didn't mean to cut off my child.
Jeez, it's so sad. We both left because we found out that the school we were at was not accredited. And we were
God.
in the business school and found out we wouldn't be getting legitimate degrees. But his parents were upset at
So
the
they
time.
didn't even cut them off for getting married or getting together or anything. They cut them off because they left their non-accredited Bible college.
What?
Yeah.
Come on, man.
I majored in Corinthians with a minor in Ephesians. This is so silly. I haven't spoken to my family in about 8 years, so they weren't involved at all. We did meet them once when I had to go pick up some documents from them. And after we left, he was like, I'm so glad you got out of there.
Yeah, I can
Well,
imagine. Like, imagine meeting your partner's family and then it's a cult and you're like, good thing.
Wait, so her dad said, I'm so glad you got out of there?
No,
Or
I think
sorry.
her ex-husband.
Her ex-husband. Oh, I
who
see,
was
I see, I
after
see.
meeting her family.
I see, I
Yeah,
see.
they
Okay,
only
okay,
met
okay.
once.
Okay,
But
yeah.
they just picked up documents. And even from that short meeting, he was like, whew.
Because they're still in the cult.
Mhm.
Okay.
They
Very
are.
sad.
Damn.
All right. So were you and your ex-husband monogamous that entire time?
Yes, I'm a very jealous person and I can't be in a polyamorous or even open relationship. And to my knowledge and my trust, I don't think he ever cheated.
Okay.
So how did the divorce come about?
Well, despite such a steamy beginning when we first got married, he told me that he was no longer attracted to me. Oh, man. I let it go
Woof.
because at that point I was still religious, not as religious, but I still believed in God. So I was like, I'm not going to give up on my marriage yet. I kept moving forward. After a year or so, I thought we had moved past that. He got really apathetic in the last year of marriage. He was just completely ignoring me as a person. And then he said it again about 5 years into our marriage that he wasn't attracted to me.
Oh my God.
I couldn't do anything anymore and I left.
I think that is very hard all around because I think it can be true that you could not be attracted to your partner. I definitely don't think you should say it.
Yeah.
Ever. That is not a helpful, productive conversation to ever have.
Have any of us ever been in a relationship that was successful where you were not attracted to your partner though?
No.
I mean, I think you could be for a short amount of time.
And then it
You can
grows
make
and
it work.
changes.
Yeah, like
You
I
can make
think
it
that like
work.
there's periods where you're like, I don't know the right way to put it, but like I think you could be. I also think that like the longer you're with someone, the less attractiveness is physical.
Sure.
Right.
You know,
comes
the
from
more it's
heart.
like, oh, you don't think of them as like brown hair, this face. You know, like you're thinking of them as like, oh, this is who they are when I'm with them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So the longer you're with someone, the less to me it's like,
You become a sapiosexual. You know?
Yeah.
I would rather put a gun in my mouth. But yes. Yeah, no, I'm attracted to only intelligence.
Mm.
But I don't know. Like, I don't think you're supposed to like. You're certainly not supposed to say anything. But I feel like you can also just be like,
No.
you can wait that out a little bit and be like,
See what
See.
happens.
like
Yeah.
maybe
You
we
can
put in some
change.
more effort. Maybe we like date a little bit more. Maybe we say, hey, I'm not feeling as connected.
Yeah.
I remember having a conversation about a year or two ago with a friend of mine who's married, and you know his relationship with his wife is lovely, and he described it in such terms where he was like, attraction did change in our relationship in this way that kind of you're describing, where it's like the primacy of it is not physical anymore. Like
Yeah.
what I am so attracted to her now is like this and this and you know they're I believe in their 40s at the time and that gave me like a lot of optimism and hope for like the long term
Yeah.
nature of that where it's like and also someone who like was not trying to convince himself for any reason of like you know it actually changes and I like it right
It sometimes
Yeah.
even gets better.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Even.
Yeah.
no but he was just so like secure and confident in the way that he was lovingly describing his wife and the
Aw.
way that he, you know, saw her and cared about her.
I honestly think it would be kind of bleak if attraction didn't change because you're going to change. So if it didn't
Wait,
change,
what?
you'd be fucked.
Oh shit.
Yeah. I
And
know.
this is how I find out.
I know. I just found out
Hey,
too.
so you're not in this body forever.
Yeah.
You know, the man has changed so much since we got divorced. And he's become an amazing person. We're still friends and we still talk. It's a strange turnaround.
So
Wow.
from that, he really like she had so many great things to say about him.
Wow.
And genuinely, my first question was, what?
We're best friends and we never hook up.
Oh my gosh.
I'm in a relationship now and he's very respectful of my current boyfriend. He's a very good guy.
It-
I like this. This
Yeah,
is
that's sweet.
evolved.
So they were
It's-
together how long? How many years total?
They were together like 7-ish years.
7. Okay.
And they were married for 5.
Married for
Yeah,
5.
yeah, yeah.
And now they are really, really good / best friends.
Mhm.
No kids.
They did not have kids, no.
Gorgeous. Wow.
Gorgeous.
Well, they made it work.
It is kind of chic to be friends with your ex.
Yeah, it
Especially
is.
when it's a friend with the ex and it's a marriage.
Exactly. Yeah. I think it's
Are you
nice.
guys are you friends with your exes? Ooh, that's a no. That's a
Ooh.
hard no.
Well, yeah. Oh, man.
If you saw the inhale,
Yeah, that
Kevin
was
T. Porter just took.
pursed lips.
That was me getting scared in a way that I was completely unpresent in my body. That just like it completely
You jumped
left
out of
me.
your body.
I mean, the philosophy.
Did you think I was gonna like know who they are and name them and go down the
Yeah.
list and be like, what about her?
In general, I think it's like lovely and evolved when it can happen.
Yeah.
Sometimes it cannot happen.
No.
It should not happen. If wishes and buts were clusters of nuts, we'd all eat a bowl of granola and I would be friends with everyone, that I've ever dated.
That was so
Tulsa, Oklahoma right
amazing.
there.
Yeah. Whoa. Wow.
But it can't always be the case. But it makes me sad when it isn't the case, where it's like, because I know we believe all the same platitudes of like, well, just because something ended doesn't mean it didn't have value. And just because something
Mhm.
didn't last forever doesn't mean it was a failure. And that is validated by like, oh, there's still this connection that's like appropriate with the healthy boundaries and the right kind of compartment in your life. And then it kind of like exacerbates the feeling of like, was it all a waste when there's like no contact? And so we want the contact where it's like, well, there's still this validation of like, it's so different now and it's appropriate, but it's still like, oh, there's still this value. So it's hard to square that. And that's why like I desire it sometimes, but sometimes it is just not tenable.
No.
Not tenable. And I'm a big believer in it not being tenable and making that decision too.
Yeah.
I think everybody should bear, like in my mind, when I'm in charge of everyone, I'm like, you
Yeah.
need to, where I am in charge of everyone in my mind, I'm like, you need to not speak for at least, like
12 years.
like a month for each year of the
12.
relationship
Okay.
minimum.
12 years.
Like,
Wow.
yeah, 12 years is good.
You dated
That's a
3
good
months,
start.
12 years.
12 years, no
years.
Yeah, yeah.
contact. The
Yeah, yeah.
sequel.
And
No,
then
12
just
is
like
good.
hit each other up and see what's up. Like,
Yeah.
just light feelers after
Oh,
12 years.
yeah.
I
Well-
think you need to like have a period where you do not talk at all. If it's like a real relationship, not just like we dated or we like
Certainly. Yeah.
like kind of
You
hooked up.
have to.
You have to have
have to.
yeah, and then if
Yeah.
you guys go back to being friends, great. I do also think that when I meet somebody who's friends with like all their exes or on friendly terms, I'm always like, how chic, how fun. But I'm also just like,
But-
didn't you ever date someone shitty, or are you someone shitty? Because I don't, like I would never talk to my ex, like, ugh, because I don't like
I
him
have
as
a few
person.
exes that I
and
talk
Sure.
to. No, wait, just one. I think. Yeah. Who cares?
I've become more.
You going through and being like, nah.
I've
I
certainly
don't know.
become more monastic about it in recent years, where it's like, for some, like, because I feel like there's, especially in LA, there's all these false appeals of like, well, it's a small town, you're gonna run into them, or
Yeah.
Yeah.
you got to be civil, you might be in their lives, and I'm like, that's made up. Like the
Yeah.
idea of like you're gonna run into the person that you used to date. That's like a false construct that then people use as sort of the excuse to like,
Yes.
oh, let's have this connection so we can all be
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
civil, grown-up adults. And it's like, no. And
No.
you can choose a life that's sometimes a little trickier, but way more full of peace, where it's like,
Don't go to that La Colombe.
I don't go to La Colombe anymore.
Oh.
I've run out of rooms
Really?
before. Yeah, but when I've spotted them and they haven't spotted me yet, I'm like,
You,
well, I
you
guess I'm
leave.
not seeing this movie tonight, and run out of the movie
movie?
theater.
Wow, a
It's the dark
movie.
Kevin.
No,
You're not
still-
sitting and watching The
Wow.
Intern starring Anne Hathaway.
Oh my
and-
God.
Well,
That's one of my favorite movies.
Are
I'm
you
not
serious?
kidding.
Did you
I
cry?
love that. Of course I cried.
I haven't seen it.
oh my God, I can't believe.
Oh, there's this one scene where Anne Hathaway and Robert De Niro are in the hotel room, and they're both in bathrobes on her bed, and she's talking about dying alone and
Oh.
where her grave plot's gonna be. I can't get into it. Right
Okay.
And her,
Okay.
and in this situation, your ex is in the theater and you run.
Yes.
Wait, so if you start dating somebody or are dating somebody
Mhm.
and they're close with their exes, like
What do you think about that?
still close friends, like bestie friends like this,
Uh,
red flag, green flag?
I would trust them. If we're dating, I trust
Yeah,
them. So if
right.
they're friends, then I trust them. If I did trust them, then we wouldn't date.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Exactly.
Well, sure. I guess it's like a yes. You must presuppose
So
if you're
if-
dating.
if
you
I-
meet somebody.
If I like and love and trust someone to the level that we are in a committed relationship, if they're saying, I'm friends with this person and it's actually okay,
Uh-huh.
then I would be okay with it.
But I'm
I
saying
think I
like
would
you
too.
meet somebody, you're like we
Uh-huh.
went on 3 dates and they were really fun, and they're like, by the way, I'm best friends with my ex-husband.
I want 3 dates, I would be a little more discriminating, I guess.
Really?
But I wouldn't, especially like if there was love history or commonality, I feel like I would have some patience.
Marriage
for
is,
it.
yeah, I feel like I'd be like, that's fine. That's fine.
I feel like I'd be fine too. I'd be like, I'm glad that you made friends as an
Look,
adult.
we're all evolved.
I really don't care. I think if they were like, I'm besties with my ex, I'd be like, all right, like either you're gonna be cool and I trust you, or you want to go with that person, then I'll leave too, because I don't care. Like,
Yeah.
you
I mean,
know?
my concept of that is always, like you said a little bit, it's the idea of like, well, I have to trust you because there's no other
We're
option.
in a
If I don't
relationship,
trust
yeah.
you, then what am I doing?
Yeah. I've
Like,
got other things to do.
The whole
If you're gonna be
system's
weird about it.
broken if
but also
if,
you can trust somebody and they can be cheating on you with somebody that isn't their ex or is their ex or whatever, and then you'll find out or you won't find out, and then you
yeah,
know.
but I won't feel foolish for having trusted. Do you know what I
No,
mean?
no, no.
No,
I think
no,
there's so
no.
many people though that
Mm-mm.
are like, I would never date someone who's friends with their ex still or close with their. I think that would be very hard for certain people.
But that's like when girls say I don't like it when a guy has girlfriends. Where it's like you don't
Yeah.
really,
It's such an like
Yeah.
1984 belief.
Sometimes when I hear it, so I'm like, oh, brother.
we gotta
I
grow
gotta
up.
excuse myself.
Well, and especially too, because some of my favorite people until the day I die will be women that I'm close friends with. So I do like if there is like a conversant, oh, you have men you're close with? Great. So then you have an understanding of like my
You're not gonna like
Yeah.
even have this conversation with me.
yeah.
Yeah.
I saw a
yeah.
TikTok recently or Instagram reel or something. They're all the same. We all agree. And it was this guy that was like doing, I think there's like this kind of tie into like a little bit like the Christian culture / male female influencer, like traditional masculinity
Oh
thing.
yeah.
And he was like, oh, but when my wife and I started dating, we did a whiteboard. And I was like, you have a whiteboard? That's already too much for a relationship. And we
Yeah,
went
why is it
through
not a
all of our
blackboard?
friends and said whether like basically whether the other person could keep them or not based on trust.
What?
I saved it to show you because I was like, this is psychotic.
Oh my
and-
lord.
Come
But
on,
it feels like that
man.
kind of genre of person that's like too concerned with,
Oh, God.
Yeah, well, I remember at the turn of the 2010s, it was the phenomenon of like young Christian couples I knew merging their Facebook accounts together.
That's sweet.
People still do that.
So it was
Really?
Nathan
Someone I
and
dated in high
Sarah.
school. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Who
Oh
am
my
I
gosh.
talking to?
Yes.
Jesus.
Okay, so back to Haven and her.
Oh yeah, here I am.
Thank you for getting back into character. And her ex-husband
Yeah.
being
That was
great
good.
all of a sudden after they broke up. I said, is that not a mindfuck that he turned things around?
At first, yes, because obviously it's like, why was I not good enough for you to change, for you to go to therapy, for you to deal with the internal issues? But now it's like, you were there for me when it mattered, and sometimes things end, and that's okay. I normally don't tell people he's my ex because they don't get it.
So
Hmm.
sometimes people don't know that you two were married.
Unless they're pretty close to me, no.
Wow.
That I think is wild.
That's
Huh.
weird.
That is
Because
a little bit.
you don't want to reveal, like, and by the way, we blah,
It's
blah, 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 blah.
crazy. Nathan and I were married.
Who are the people that don't know, though? It's like her friends that she's bringing him around?
Apparently.
Okay.
I thought actually, at first I was so not on board. I was like, this is kind of odd. I feel like you should kind of bring it up. And then I thought of me being in the scenario where I've met these people like 3 times. It's our 4th time doing bar trivia. And in the middle of it, someone drops like, oh, you know, the 2 of them are married. I would be so excited to find that out.
Okay, true.
I'd be running around.
Yeah.
I'd be like screaming. I'd
Like
be
in a strange situation,
I would
like
be-
in a
Yeah.
public, in a more communal situation.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah.
I think
Yeah,
it could
bar
be
trivia is
really
good.
fun as a lore drop.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I bet it is. I bet it is. Okay, I guess like why would you reveal it on the first one? Unless you're having like an intimate little dinner.
But if you're dating someone and you have this relationship, it could be
Yeah.
deceitful.
She has told people that she's
Right,
always
right, right.
told people that she's dated.
Okay.
It's just more like
Okay.
if people are just like hanging out with us or like we meet people, we don't necessarily be like, oh, that's my ex-husband.
I was talking about this with a friend of mine, and he said like his rule was like if they're gonna be in the same room together, if your relationship with the person means that like the person you're dating is gonna be in the same room as the person that you had a history with or you
Mhm.
once dated before, you should tell them. So there's nothing in like
a really
conversation that
good
comes up.
rule.
Yeah.
And he was like, and that was a good rule for me. And then we went to this wedding where unfortunately, like the whole
Party is like, and her, and her.
And then Kelsey was there. And
Oh my God.
Wow.
It's like the room rule really broke down.
Yeah, it was a whole, it was a buffet, unfortunately.
It's better to know though. I would want to know.
Yes.
If the
Of
whole goddamn
course.
wedding.
And again,
like,
if you trust the person, it'll be okay.
it's chill.
And they're not
Yeah.
saying, and I'm tempted right now to re-spark it. Like,
Oh,
it's
totally.
just,
Yeah.
it's a disclosure. You know?
Right.
That's just doing your taxes,
Even
right?
from like a
Yes.
gossip perspective, like not even from a like, I would like to know your past. I don't really give a shit about the past. Like, who
Mhm.
cares? Like, whatever. But I will say, like, one time Dave and I went to a cafe and Dave used to be engaged to somebody, but then they broke it off. And I've never met her. I don't know anything about her at all. We went to a cafe one time and we were sitting outside, and then something hanging out, and then he goes, "It was so weird. My ex was in there," and I was like, "Which ex?" And he was like, "Oh," and then he said her name, and I very sweetly pretended to be confused, even though obviously I know his ex's name. Like, well, of course, I went on his Facebook
Kristen
and did
Stewart.
Right.
yeah,
And
Kristen
yes,
Stewart.
yes.
It was
Yeah.
Kristen Stewart. And I was like, "Oh, the one you were engaged to?" And he was like, "Yeah, she was inside." And I was so mad at him. Not really mad, but I was like, "Why would you not point her out to me? Let me see."
Yeah.
Like, she's already gone. She's back in her car. I don't even get a moment of being like, "What's up?"
You wanted to check out
It's
you
not
wanted
like-
to go to the museum and see the exhibit of his past
Yeah.
Like,
relationships.
I've never looked her up. I don't know anything
What?
about her. I don't know anything about her.
But
What?
that's good too, in a
I
way.
mean, it's nice because it's like, who cares? Like, it's not my business. Who
Because
cares?
if you knew a lot about her, that would also be strange.
That'd be weird.
Yeah.
But I was like,
Jeez, I'm gonna find her.
but I told
say
him,
it.
I laid down the law there. I was like, the next time that we are in a room where we're all in a room together,
Yeah.
you need to let me know. There needs to be
Yeah.
a code word or something.
Room
Say,
rule.
yeah, like triple blueberry muffins on a Friday or something. Say
That
that,
means
to
my
me,
ex-fiance
and I'll
is in the
know.
room.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
the code.
Triple blueberry muffins, ex-fiance's here.
Yeah, like, I don't
Yeah.
care. Just let me know.
Yeah.
Flawless. Listen, always err on the side of transparency and disclosure rather than
Yeah.
sneaky deaky and hiding.
He
Yeah,
literally was
yeah.
like, "Well, why would it matter?" And I was like, "I'm so far away from you right now. We have so
Bro,
much
why
distance
Why
between
wouldn't
us."
it matter?
I'm
Yeah.
so far away from you right now.
You're oceans away from me.
Damn. Yeah, you're on the other side of the world. God.
Mm-mm.
Okay, so for Haven, what came after the divorce?
Well, the thing that really took me over the edge of knowing that my marriage was over, that I had a crush. I hadn't had a crush the entire time that we were together. And even in the relationship previous to him, I just didn't have crushes. Even in the relationship I'm in now, I don't get crushes on other people. I don't know what that is. So that seemed like a big deal to me.
Mm.
I'd been working at a beauty supply store, and one of the coworkers was like, "Hey, you should come play games with my friend and me." And I did. And I met this guy who is my current boyfriend.
Ooh.
We just debated online for hours and hours and hours. Huh?
Online.
So they kind of met at the game night, and I think the game night was also online, and they just kept talking.
So it was
and
like a
what was
tabletop
it?
thing, and then there was like a
Yeah, and
Discord
then-
for it or
yeah,
something.
It was
something like
Monopoly.
that.
Mhm.
What'd you say it was?
Monopoly.
Maybe.
I played
That'd be
Monopoly online.
You
Is that
said-
true?
Yeah, it is true. I played it with an ex.
Whoa.
But then I got really into it too after. After we broke up, I was like, well, I'm still gonna play
Is
Monopoly.
this a pandemic thing?
No.
or-
Kelsey has
No.
the best
No.
breakup coping things that, like, some of them are just amazing. Like, you'll get into Sims again. You'll get into
Yeah.
Teen Mom 2.
Sims is like
Team
a,
Mom 2 was a breakdown.
Yeah.
It wasn't even a breakup. Sims is good. I go through that periodically.
Twilight was one, I think.
Twilight, yeah.
But I feel like you
Crossover.
always have like interesting hobbies afterward that become kind of an obsession. It's great.
Yeah.
Oh, Roller Coaster Tycoon.
Oh yeah.
It's mostly
Yes.
video
It's,
games.
it's mostly video games, but there are
Yes.
occasionally, again, there's some TV shows, there's some movies. Okay, so after the divorce, she says,
Within that time, I was like, I really can't handle my husband not being attracted to me anymore.
Yeah.
And my husband, was a little bit mean too, like not in an abusive way or anything, but just in a man way.
she did say that. She said in a man way.
Okay.
I was like, I need to call it. And I remember this so clearly when I finally decided to call it on my marriage, and I jumped on a call with all these people playing games. I said as a joke, "Hey guys, I'm officially single, so if anyone wants to fuck me." And he responded, this new guy, with dibs.
On the whole
He
call with
typed
it was like, I guess, like a video call. Like in front of everybody, he said dibs.
He said dibs on like a Zoom. And then I think we hooked up like a week later.
Whoa.
He
I
made his
love
move.
that.
That's
Good for
bold.
him. That is bold.
That's cutie too, to do it in front of the friends. There's something very
It's so
Sweet.
confident.
What if
too.
you didn't know who said dibs though? Like on a video, you're like, wait, sorry, which one
sorry. There
said
was
that?
you were on
Sorry.
mute.
Hey, I'm
Sorry.
calling
Yeah.
dibs on you.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's depressing to
Yeah.
imagine.
Man, Zoom pandemic times, things went wrong.
Dude, I started dating someone over Zoom during the pandemic. Like we were getting drunk together for like 6 hours at a time over Zoom.
Of course, two of the most mentally unwell people I know had a fling that was based on like a Zoom poker game.
Are
that
they still
met in.
together?
Wow.
Oh Lord, no. Oh my God.
A Zoom poker game?
No, not at all.
No.
I was a part of an artist way group over Zoom during the pandemic.
No, that's rough.
Yeah. That's when you know.
That is, like,
it was
More
That's top
complex
tier.
dynamics than like the most complex poly like
It's so complex.
That
It
was a
basically
polycule.
is. It is a
Yeah.
polycule.
It was a
Yeah.
polycule.
The artist way has a grip on people in LA in a way that like polyamory never wishes it could.
Yes.
People hooked up from that group.
course they
Friendships were
did.
destroyed
Of course.
in that group.
Yep.
It
Morning
was,
pages, good luck.
it was unbelievable. My morning page was just like blah blah blah. I hate this. Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Their morning pages were like, I'm gonna fuck Rosemary, and if Tom thinks he
Yeah.
can, like,
Yeah, they're getting
Jeez.
crazy. I've never been in an artist way group.
I met two people in the Artist Way group, and they're like, "We're doing our annual Palm Springs trip.
Ooh.
You should come
Lots of red
meet
flags.
us there."
Nope.
And then I did. I brought my dog that I just got like 2 months prior,
who hadn't gone blind yet.
who had not gone blind yet, so he
saw
was
his
still like
eyesight.
worthy of love and
Yeah.
normal at the time.
Right.
And we went. We had a lovely time. And then I found out some more information later about that trip that I wasn't aware of. About
Oh, that's
like
so funny.
what the expectations were for the trip. I was like, oh, I didn't know that was an expectation.
What? You're supposed
like
to
a hookup expectation?
Oh my God.
Were they specifically setting you up?
Yeah,
or
what was
just
happening?
everyone?
Well, there was only 3 of us.
Oh my God.
Wait, you mean you were meant to be a third?
And you didn't know?
You brought your
No, no,
damn
no, no.
dog?
No, it was 2 girls and they were friends. And I did bring my dog because they wanted me to.
Okay, so did one of them expect you to hook up with her?
I think so.
And the other person was like, I'm going to wingman.
Yeah.
What?
We're doing a
Yes,
trip
the
to
other
Palm-
one was in a good,
long-term-
long,
okay,
committed
okay.
relationship.
And you didn't know it? You're like, I'm going to bed. They're like, wait, stay out.
Yep.
You're like, no.
You're like, I have my
I
full
have my
jammies
pajamas
on.
on. yeah.
Both of us.
Yes.
I've
Like
got
little
my
bunny slippers.
Yeah.
You're like, I'm
I
going to
had
bed.
my candle, my honk shoe hat
Yeah,
on. I was
yeah.
like,
Yeah.
good night,
Good night.
sweeties.
Yeah.
And went
It's
to
so
my bed.
fun doing the
Bye-bye.
artist way with you. And the both of them were like,
They're like,
so
do
Catch
you
you
want
in the
another
morning
drink?
doing our pages, girls. All right, stop it now.
both of them were like, is he really
okay.
not?
Is he
Yeah.
horny or what?
Like,
Yeah.
This sucks.
That's so funny.
Lo and behold, I did not know.
Wow.
Wow.
But
Wow.
you know what?
Ships in the night.
I guess so. It's okay. Is that
Are
a
you still
better-
friends with them?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
that's good. Yeah.
Ish. Okay.
The artist way hookup trip didn't ruin things.
It did not.
Oh, that's
Okay.
great.
One of them got confused when I did say, when I made that joke online that I was the casting director of the Super Mario Brothers movie. And they said, how'd you get into that work? And I was like, I think it's good that we didn't hook up. If you didn't know that wasn't a
Yeah.
joke. You shouldn't hook up with someone that like,
Can't figure out that that's the joke.
They're being
Yeah.
sincere.
yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
and I don't mean to sound like a boy about it or something, but just like that would, perhaps this you a deeper sense of not feeling known or seen by someone.
100%.
Yeah.
That then it would be
100%.
maybe damaging to share that sort of intimacy without sharing that sort of intimacy. with.
100%.
Yeah.
Couldn't agree more.
Yeah, no.
This actually really does segue well into Haven's life because
Oh, wow.
we're about to find out about her one who got away.
Oh.
Yeah, because that was mine, as we
I'm
just
sure, I'm sure.
established.
Yes.
I am 100% sure that the Palm Springs trip really holds a deep place in your heart.
Yeah.
All right, so Haven, is there a one who got away?
Well, his name was Christopher.
Oh.
We grew up together. My parents kept me from a lot of my friends. From a lot?
Yeah,
Lo-
because they're really religious and in a cult, so they kept
Okay.
her from, hanging out with friends.
Oh.
But my mom happened to be friends with his mom, the mommy connection. I
Mm.
call her mommy. And we'd get together a lot, so we became really close. We did date for about 2 weeks, but he was the kind of religious where we'd need to get married immediately.
Oh,
And I
Lord.
was 17 and not in that headspace. So I broke it off when I started dating my ex-husband, though. Christopher was like, oh, so you're not okay to marry me, but you'll date him? And I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
Christopher and I just grew up together. And he understood me in ways that I really haven't been understood since. Because I do catch myself thinking, what would have it been like if I had just gone for it? What
kind
would
of
it
a
have been
roller
like?
coaster.
Kind
That's
of.
hard.
Yeah.
It is. That's a real thing where it's like, oh, this person did understand me in a way that was novel and unique.
But Christopher was upset that she broke up with him to start dating
She didn't-
husband, ex-husband.
No, it
My-
wasn't for.
It wasn't just to date him. Like there wasn't like,
No, she was like, I can't marry you.
and then
But then
like,
Christopher was upset by it.
then like a few months go
Yes.
by. She
I
goes to
see, I
Bible
see, okay.
college and she starts dating this other guy, and he's
Okay.
like, "Oh, so you guys can date, but like we couldn't keep dating and get married?" And she was like, "Well,
Well,
yes, I was 17 and I
no.
didn't want to get married."
all
So
right.
sorry, Christopher.
Yeah,
but-
yeah.
Sorry to this man.
Yeah.
Okay, so are you still in contact with Christopher?
No,
Okay.
I know that he's married and he's very happy, and I'm happy for him, but we don't talk.
Probably for the
For the
best.
Like that Taylor Swift song. Do y'all know that Taylor Swift B-side?
Now that we don't
Which
talk.
one?
Now that we
We
don't
don't
talk.
talk.
Mhm.
It's
Yeah.
good. That shouldn't have been a B-side. I like that one.
Yeah.
That was a great
Yeah.
song.
It was a good one.
Mhm.
It really was.
Oh,
All
yeah,
the
yeah,
B-sides
yeah.
for 1989, I'm like, girl, you could have just
That could have been the double album.
Yeah.
Like, I think there's
instead
some.
of toilet paper department where it's like, I play
Oh,
video games with my dumb Donkey Kong boyfriend or whatever, however that
I
song
could
No,
goes.
it
not.
was like that. Yeah, yeah.
I
It's
swear
like,
she talks about Grand Theft Auto.
no, she
What?
legitimately does.
She does.
She's like,
Nuh-uh.
she's like, I love being there while he plays video games, and then I'm the
She's
cheerleader, and he's the.
She
I
said
don't
just
know.
the song
I'm the-
becomes about Grand Theft Auto. She's like, he's screaming at the TV.
I
He
have
wants
5
GTA
stars.
6.
Need to get away from the cops in a getaway car.
Oh my god! What?
I'm in a
Wow.
helicopter.
Why haven't you done a jukebox
Yeah.
musical of Taylor Swift songs that's themed around
GTA.
GTA?
Oh my god.
Oh my god, you should.
Okay, can we cut this out of the podcast, gang?
Yeah.
Because that's a golden idea. All right, Haven, who is your worst ex?
Well, I think it would have to be Joey, which was my only other relationship in high school before being married. I mean, I dated Christopher for like 2 weeks, but I don't really count that as a relationship. Joey and I were together for about 2 years secretly because I wasn't allowed to date. And then I went off to college and he cheated on me. Honestly, I was like, okay, fine. At that point, I had just started becoming friends with my ex-husband. So I didn't really care. I knew I was in a place where I'd probably meet someone new.
Amazing mindset.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Get cheated on.
Very
and be like,
evolved.
yeah, it'd be like, nah.
But then I found out Joey had left the girl he cheated on me with to date my best friend.
What? Joey.
At the time, my best friend and I weren't really talking, not because we were upset with each other, but because we were just in different places in our lives. So we hadn't talked in a bit and they started dating. And then they dated for a few months. And at 11:55 p.m. on New Year's Eve, he kissed the girl he had cheated on me with. And now he and that girl are married.
What?
So he cheats on Haven with this girl, then starts dating Haven's best friend. Then, right before midnight on New Year's, cheats on her back with the girl he cheated on Haven
He's
with.
just on a little merry-go-round.
Yeah.
ladies.
Yeah.
I think the 11:55 actually would piss me off. I'm not even like that particular.
Yeah, wait a minute.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
5 minutes early.
Yes, like
Was she at the same party or this was information she got?
I think at the same party is my understanding. But
How was she paying attention at the time? And she's like staring at them and watching your clock.
I feel like I'm not even a huge like New Year's Eve kiss person. Like I'm not like
You're not big
religious on it about it or anything.
No.
Like I don't give a shit. But if I was at a party and I'm with this person and then they go kiss someone else or they like cheat on me again, I'd be like, fucking hell, man, right
I
now.
would get
Yeah.
tired.
I would
Yeah.
get tired.
I'd
I'd be
get
like,
super tired.
I
I
haven't
guess,
ever had an amazing New Year's Eve
ever.
kiss.
Really?
Oh,
Oh.
okay.
Yeah.
I've had ones and I've had decent ones, but never one where it's like, whoa, you want the rest of your life to start right now. I've never had that. you know?
No.
Okay, so Haven's with this guy, Joey, who sucks.
Yes.
So I assume
Yeah.
you and Joey didn't have sex. I assume this because she said that her husband was her first. So how far did you two go?
Well, we kissed and he did finger me in the attic of the church.
Attic.
Attic of
But-
the church.
Yeah, I've never had an attic fingering, but
No, no. God, I'd be so
they're
scared.
lovely this time of year.
Oh, they're gorgeous.
But we never had sex, and I think that's for the better because I'm definitely the kind of person where sex is super important to me, not just as a sensation, but also in an emotionally bonding way. So I think I probably would have just forgiven him for cheating and then ended up getting hurt even worse.
So how did you find out about the cheating with the first woman? Did he tell you?
Yeah.
No, he didn't tell me. Some other girl that we had gone to high school with had told me. She was like, I think you should check in with them. And I saw them kissing and stuff, and that's not normal. Or that's the same girl. I read that wrong. So I broke up with him right away.
An amazing way to deliver the news that someone's boyfriend.
I saw them kissing.
But
and
also, I
stuff.
think you should check in with them. Hilarious to me. Check
Yeah,
in with them.
yeah.
And
Yeah,
then
check in on that.
Yeah, just go
Yeah.
ahead.
with your philandering boyfriend.
But then also, I saw them kissing and stuff, and that's not normal.
Yeah.
This is not
amazing.
normal.
I'm kissing. That's not
That's not
newsflash.
normal.
Don't normalize
That's
this.
not what you want.
Yeah, that's not
So
what
do
we
you-
do.
that's not what we-
Yeah, that's not what we're
That's
doing
not what
here.
we're about.
I
We're
love that
better
other
than
girl.
this.
Good for her. Okay, so he cheated on you, then got with your best friend, but you weren't talking at the time. Despite that, did you consider her your best friend then? Like,
Yeah, she was. He fed her a ton of lies, though. So she and I debriefed later, and for a while, it was our go-to joke how we dated the same guy who cheated on us with the same person. So we're cool about it, actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now they're friends, or they were.
they're friends now.
Okay. Okay.
You know, this is nice when the exes unionize.
It is. It is.
I've tried it maybe once in the past. Didn't go well.
No?
Well, where it's like there was this acquaintance I knew, and I wanted to like I would see him at parties, and I would want to connect with. It's not like I like sought him out, like, hey, I heard you offered it, but it's just like I would see him, and I have this thought like it would be nice to just have like a nod because there was some like overlap I think where it's like on and
Oh.
off, and then there was him, and then me, and then
I feel like it
Yeah.
would be so nice. It feels like
That could
as
be
if you
nice.
found out somebody else was also raised by your parents and you didn't get to
Yes.
connect and be like, it's weird that they do
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, like not
Right.
not out of
Yes.
It's not malice. It's just like,
no,
No,
not
like
vitriol, but just out of like the validation of like
yes.
yeah,
we
Yes.
both experienced something that probably wasn't awesome.
yeah,
So
yeah,
can we,
I
not
would
like
love for
bro
that.
out about it, but just like
yeah.
have a I
Yeah.
see you, just look each other eye to
Yes.
eye.
Yeah.
Oh, I would love to unionize with some
But
of my exes.
yeah.
They should like
exes.
set up. That's what Facebook should really be for.
Yes.
Facebook
There
group
needs to
should
be a
just be
group
like
for
someone's
that.
full name and be like,
Yes.
if you
Who's
have
dated
dated this
him?
person,
Yeah. Well,
and you
they
wanna,
actually do have that, the T
but that's
app.
usually,
Oh,
yeah,
the
I
T,
guess
The
but
T
didn't
app.
that go out of control so quickly?
it always does.
Yeah.
It went nuts. It went nuts. But I looked up a few guys that I've dated on there, and they're on there, and people were commenting, and I threw in some
Whoa.
comments.
Wait, am I on there?
We can find
Yeah,
out.
we can find
Got
out
some
real quick.
Googling to do. Oh my God.
Yeah, we can
They
find
might be
out.
unionizing behind your back.
It might be. Yeah.
All of a sudden, you're gonna be anti-union.
You know
Yeah.
what? Sometimes I am anti. No, I think, you know what? I actually don't think there's enough workforce to unionize.
In your situation.
I don't think so. No, I think I've
Same.
not dated enough people for a significant enough amount of time for
Mhm.
there to be like, whoa, we both had the
I
same. You
would
know what I mean?
actually like it if somebody. I feel like I would be happy for
It would be
people.
flattering.
I mean, not even. I mean, I guess kind of, yeah.
If
But
your ex is unionized?
yeah,
or-
but like,
yeah.
if I had that many exes to unionize, but
Uh-huh.
like, yeah, I feel like it's like good for
I
them.
wonder if mine have. If you're my ex and you guys have unionized, let me know. I would love
Aw.
to know.
That'd be beautiful. And it's just a selfie of them at the table smiling, like,
Yeah,
hey.
They're all like getting a beer.
did
They
so
like
much
meet up
damage
in
to us.
Denmark. They're like,
Yeah.
we're all here.
And it's just like
Yeah.
a picture of your face with darts in it, but they're all like,
Yeah.
hey, just
Aw.
having a nice time.
Yeah, I hope you're well.
That
That's
could
nice.
solve the male loneliness epidemic in a
That
way,
could.
right?
That would be a really good fix.
Yeah.
So basically, he told her a lot of lies about me and how I cheated on him and manipulated him and his family. And she hadn't heard from me in a while, so she kind of figured it was true.
Hmm.
And then when we reconnected, she was like, you never cheated on him, did you? And I was like, no, that was him.
Ew.
And he went back to that same girl, so it was hard to refute.
So, are you two friends now?
Oh, absolutely. We're
Aw.
best friends, soulmates, fully.
Hey then, you sweetie.
Okay, best I ever had. What is the best sex you ever had?
It was with my current boyfriend. That's good that it was with my current boyfriend.
Yeah,
That is
it's
good.
It's
That's
nice.
good.
It's nice.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like 3 guys ago.
Yeah.
There was a couple of months where my current boyfriend, Nathan, and I were kind of dating, but I was still living with my ex-husband. I was just waiting to be able to move out. And during that time, I just explored myself so much. I learned everything about myself and I just rebuilt everything that had been knocked down.
Mm.
And I brought that knowledge to Nathan and I. The first time we had sex, it lasted for 2 hours.
Whoa.
The best sex we had was only like 30 minutes, and I honestly don't remember much of it because I was so perfectly in bliss
Aw.
and out of it. But he really listened to what I said. I really like anal, and we did anal, and it was amazing.
That's a
It really,
jump.
I know.
Let
I
me
know.
shift
Yeah.
gears here for a second.
No, and
Yeah.
that is exactly
I was
how it
in
happened on
bliss.
the phone with Haven.
Love
She
anal.
was like, and I love it.
We did anal, and it was amazing. I'm just very into a sub-dom dynamic, and he knows how to be a good dominant, and I know how to be a good sub. It was just really good.
Beautiful.
We love it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So when you say you learned all about yourself, what did that process entail? And how did you move away from what you'd been taught for so long in the cult?
Well, I've been in therapy so long, probably because like 8 years of the Probably like 8 years because of trauma. I was in therapy 8 years probably because of trauma.
Okay.
My therapist was very sex positive as well. Whenever I have a question or comment or concern about sex, I just go to her. But also, like I said, I got on Reddit and honestly, I learned a lot through masturbation. Like if your partner can drip wax on you, you can do that the same way. You can do that the same way.
She basically was
Like,
like,
do-
if someone
do it
else can do
back.
it, you can do it.
What's that Madonna movie with the dripping wax?
All I know
Ooh.
about dripping wax on film is from the Livin' La Vida Loca video with Ricky Martin. And I got gaslit into being told that it's in that video, but it turns out there's like an extended cut that you have to find.
Oh,
Did you find
wow.
it?
I did. I was like,
The Snyder
this is,
cut.
yeah,
Livin'
it really
La
was.
Vida
Yeah. Why'd they
Loca.
cut the wax stripping out? But
Huh.
it is in there.
Partner can drip wax on you. So I just looked up a list of kinks and I tried pretty much all.
Wow.
I mean, there's some I really don't like or need to try. I don't want to bleed or anything, but if anything on the list piqued my interest, I just tried it on myself. Which is funny because I think of this as like, wouldn't that be like tickling yourself or
I feel
trying
like it
to?
wouldn't work at
I guess,
all. Like
Yeah.
even tying yourself
yeah,
up feels
yeah.
like I would.
Like,
the idea,
ooh, here
like,
I go.
like it
It's like,
just
well,
feels
you have
like
the key.
yeah, like there's
Yeah.
no thread. Also, I just feel like I would feel.
God,
I feel
silly.
so awkward tying
Yes.
I'd be like, it's like, we
And then I'm
talked-
like, okay.
Now
I don't think I'm
what?
into it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I do think it's like very impressive that she was able to do this to herself. This reminds me when my little brother was like 5 or so, he used to play the game Battleship against himself. And we were all
Aw.
like, you can't.
Yeah,
and he
that's
was
a
like,
tough. Yeah, that's
Right?
like
That's
chess.
hard.
yeah, it's like you know where the other ships are. Like
Yeah.
you have to this needs another person. But he was like, I just don't think about it. And I'm
Some
like,
people just work differently. He's
No,
one of them.
totally.
Haven is one of them.
he could just blank it out.
Yeah.
Some
So.
people play The Sims by themselves.
Yeah, and I have a great time doing it. What I say? Wait, okay, so she was pouring wax on herself.
She was doing all kinds of things. She literally went through a list and was like, if I'm interested in this kink, I'm going to try it.
Okay.
I would have just gotten a TaskRabbit.
Yeah,
Invite
yeah,
them over.
You just dump some wax on me.
They're like,
Yeah.
hey, I
Yeah.
actually don't need to put up a bookshelf. That's not your job.
I just would like
But
you
we're
to help
gonna
me
be
out with those
mounting
kinks.
something.
Yeah.
I also write erotica.
Oh.
I've read it since I was in high school. I don't know how I got away with that, but I was on Tumblr and I was huge into Harry Potter fanfics.
Ooh.
I don't even like Harry Potter, but I just read and wrote so much. I was like 15 years old in the bathroom clicking on a link on Pinterest because it couldn't be tracked and then going to the Pinterest URL, then retyping it into Tumblr.
I think when she told me that, I was like, you can tell when somebody was in a very conservative household and a real freak because they're like, and this is how I set up my.
Oh, yeah.
They have like a
yeah.
setup. They're like, I was doing VPNs, like,
Wow.
you know,
That's
They're bringing it
advanced.
into the mainframe.
they
Yeah,
really are.
yeah.
God love them.
Yeah.
Okay, so was any of what you explored stuff that you tried before done with your ex-husband?
Some of it, yes. I'd had anal sex with my ex-husband, but he wasn't into it, which is fine. And he was kind of scared to choke me because he thought he was going to hurt me. And, you know, that's sweet.
Hmm.
Like, I'm not going to make fun of you for that, but I just want to be choked. There was a lot I was on the cusp of having done. But when I was single, I decided I was actually going to try all this stuff on myself. And then whatever I'd like, I'd carry forward. And it just really worked out.
Okay.
You can't choke yourself. I mean, I guess you could get like a... People do the autoerotic asphyxiation thing. I
Totally.
Oh,
Totally.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. She's
But-
creative.
So you mentioned before that you're bisexual. Is this something that you already knew about yourself, or was this part of the self-discovery period when you were single?
I knew I was bisexual even back in high school. It was very shameful and I didn't talk about it.
Mm.
I fooled around with some girls in the off periods between boyfriends, but it's either been completely online or with my best friend. And we're just like, okay, that's not for us. Let's just move on.
Wait,
What?
do you mean the midnight breakup best friend?
Yep. We both like women, but probably not each other like that.
Oh my God.
I
Okay,
loved
that's
it.
a job. Yeah.
What
That's
a
a
fun
random
thing
little
to just
job. Yeah.
That's so, you know what this is?
Hmm.
This is like a young Paul McCartney and John Lennon, J&O, with each other in the same room. It's such like a British.
Like, of course you did that. Or like the Spice Girls when Scary Spice was like, oh yeah, Jerry Howell and I, yeah, we fucked each other a bunch of times. And then Jerry Howell was like, hey, I'm married now. Please don't say this publicly. And I was like, yeah, just girls.
Wait,
just
two
try-
of the Spice Girls?
Oh yeah.
Wait,
yeah,
which one's
yeah.
who's Jerry?
Red. It was
Redhead?
Ginger Spice
She's-
and
Oh,
Scary
Ginger.
Spice. Yeah.
Sorry,
Some
forgive me.
respect on
for
her name, young lady.
No, and I know.
Yeah.
I know the
and
one
her
song. I know the
husband
Bob.
is the guy who runs the
F1.
F1 team.
No, I think now
So
he's
sh-
out.
Well, he
Anyways,
was.
that's it. Yeah, anyways.
rest in peace.
Yeah, R.I.P.
But they were fooling
Yeah.
around, and apparently Scary Spice was just sharing that in interviews. And
Oh.
Jerry was like, "Hey."
Oh wait. Okay. Yes, I
But
did
what's
see
the
this.
commonality with them besides musicians? They're British.
British.
You know, it's like that thing, you know, I think there was a line in one of the latest episodes of Industry where it's like, yeah, we fooled around in school. Like, everyone's gay in school.
It's like that great
Yeah.
Tom Hardy quote that they were like, "Have you slept with a man?" He's like, "Of course I have. I'm an actor."
Yeah.
And you're like, huh.
Wait. Well.
Now hang on.
Okay.
It's just so different
It's so
for
beautiful.
British people. I swear to God.
Your
Wow,
thesis
okay.
is it's not gay if you're British.
yeah.
I do think it's so cute to check in on if cute maybe isn't the right word. It's so beautiful to check in on my best friend and I are gonna fool around. We're both bi. Let's see. And then be like, no, but
Yeah.
just gotta check.
That's
You know,
nice.
what state would this country be in if more of us were like that?
Just
If more of
just
us
check it out.
had that sort of openness. to
Yeah.
one another.
I think it'd be gorgeous.
It'd be great.
It'd be a great place.
Tell you what, we wouldn't be in this mess we're in right now.
Right.
I'll say
Right.
that much.
That's an insane political thesis.
Yeah,
we
like,
would
if we-
not have
my
the current
answer to the rise of
administration.
fascism in the
Yeah.
country is like, y'all, we should just kiss each other.
Yeah, we should just be kissing and fucking.
Just kiss your friends.
Yeah.
If a certain president had just simply kissed boys and J-Lo, McCartney and Lennon style,
Yeah.
We'd be fine.
he wouldn't have the wound that he has now that's ruining, the world forever.
Right, right. God, that's the solution.
It
It's
really
really
is.
so simple.
They said it 70 years ago. All you need is love.
yeah.
God,
yeah.
the
And we
answer all
forgot
goes
it.
back to
Mhm.
Yeah.
McCartney and Lennon.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck it list. Are you ready? What is something that you have tried that you were surprised that you liked, or something that you were surprised you weren't as into as you expected to be?
Funnily enough, I have a pain kink, but I don't want to be in pain the whole time. So whipping stuff, I hate. Don't spank me. Don't whip me, please. It just takes me out of it immediately.
Mm-hmm.
With whipping, the pain lasts too long, and with spanking, it's just too sudden. It's a jump scare every time.
Did this self-discovery get you involved with the BDSM community at all?
So I haven't done anything in person. Unfortunately, I'm a hermit. But I did get on Reddit for a while, and I met this guy. We were very, very clear from the beginning that it was not a relationship. We were both like, as soon as you meet someone, tell me, and we'll cut this off. He lived in Australia.
Oh.
Thank you
I
for
wonder
the
if it's
reveal.
Boz Lerman.
Yeah. It might be.
is.
I mean, he would.
He would.
Yeah.
Is the thing.
Yeah.
I went to a screening of Elvis the other night. He did Q&A, but before that, he started dancing through the crowd during the credits. I'm like, you're gonna go home with someone from this theater tonight.
Wow.
It feels like.
Wow.
And good for you. He
Yeah,
lived
good
in
for him.
Australia, and we'd call each other. And to this day, while my boyfriend is still the best sex I've ever had, I don't think anyone will ever be as kinky as the Australian guy.
Wow. So it's just phone sex.
Oh, you're gonna
It's not-
find out
oh,
more.
oh,
You're
okay.
about to
All
find
right,
out.
Boz Lerman. Okay.
The Moulin Rouge. We just explored everything. He'd push me to my limits. I don't even know where to start. He had this thing for me choking on a dildo
Oh my God.
until I threw up.
Oh.
And I was like, oh, hell yeah, let's do that. And I just send videos to him of that.
Well, I'm concerned. I'm
I think we
concerned.
all are.
It's kind
Okay.
of like your mouth ejaculating, I guess, in a way.
I'm so scared.
Again, this American sex negativity is unbecoming.
No, that
So-
is true. That's true. Did he want? What if? I wonder if people want them to eat specific food before.
Oh,
Sorry,
that really
but-
sucked to hear.
Yeah,
I
well,
want it
I'm
No, no,
scared.
no.
green.
I'm
I'm
scared.
sure it sucked
I'm
to
scared.
think.
It just the first thing that came in my head.
Babe, I want blue tonight. Give me some blue.
Blue Talkies, easily.
Oh,
One of the worst
Oh,
throats I
those-
ever had. Sorry, was after you and I were drinking all night, and I went to bed and I ate like a full bag of Talkies. I
Blue
think your guess.
Takis?
No, red. Anyway, threw him up.
Wow.
oh,
I've had him since actually.
that's
I've
good.
had
That's
him since.
good.
This was during the period where Nathan and I were hooking up, but we weren't exclusive. And then we became exclusive. Australian guy and I broke it off, and he was super respectful.
Oh,
Love to hear that. Love
Lovely.
respect after, commissioning VOM videos.
I'm so interested about the Vom videos. Like,
I'm sure there's
how long
more
did they?
too. She was like, "We did everything," and I was like, "Now what else? What?"
So she never met him in person.
never met him in person. They
Wow.
just called, sent each other videos, and
Huh.
again, she was like, from the beginning, it wasn't going to be romantic. It just was like,
Wow.
Hey.
Wow. Okay.
send a video.
Okay.
Who amongst us can't relate?
No, and,
There's
and true.
always
And
some
true.
guy in
No.
Australia, you're saying
yeah.
shit to.
We know
No.
this.
Oh my God, literally though.
yeah.
Yeah.
oh,
Yeah. I had a guy in Australia. I wasn't
weren't-
sending stuff.
You weren't
Well,
sending stuff
physical
to.
mail. Physical mail.
What was the mail? Was it love letters?
Vom,
and stuff?
vom.
It was
Ugh.
Vom. It was straight up Vom. No, it was love letters. It was like I think I sent a photo once, like a sexy photo. I may
Oh.
have sent my underwear.
Via snail mail?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I love that.
But he actually sent me a Beatles record. He sent like a bunch of stuff. We were
Covered
doing
in
snail mail.
cum.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
like, just
But
like
4
Lennon.
different kinds, you could tell.
yeah.
One from
The
each of 'em.
texture. It was no.
That's still my favorite news story of the last 10 years of like Paul McCartney just being like, yeah, we jacked off. And then it's like he's in his 70s and just the thought of any of us in our 70s talking about like jerking off when you were a kid
Yeah.
and then that becoming international news.
Did someone ask him about it? Or did
it's
he
like
just, that was voluntary?
Oh, he
volunteer. They're
volunteered.
like, how's the tour going? He's like, not as good as the time I took
Yeah,
off.
like, how did that even come up?
I do think it's really interesting to say that about somebody who's died. Like, there's always people that are saying stuff about having hooked up with either Richard Pryor or Marlon Brando. And I'm
Mm.
like, it seems a little weird that you can just say that you did it when
I
they're still
mean,
when they're dead.
we're thinking of the Quincy Jones interview, of course, when
Yeah.
he just
He was saying everything.
Really?
It was like
was
Live
naming
and dead?
names. Yeah.
Live
they
and
were
dead. Oh.
no, it was them together.
Oh, I see.
But I feel like there's always stories about like some of the bigger names. Again, like Marlon Brando, I feel like is the famous one where people are always naming his name. And I'm like, he's dead. We don't know this is true. Like, what if McCartney's lying?
Yeah, I mean, I
Mm.
could say right now, I hooked up with Robert Duvall, and no one could fact check me.
No one
on
can
it.
fact check you.
True.
And
Yeah.
we can't. He's dead.
Well-
Oh, that's so sweet.
So for Haven, what do you think you'd like to do in the future?
In theory, I'd like to have a threesome, but
Uh-huh.
like I said, I'm a jealous person, and I'd probably end up crying.
Yeah.
The concept of it is very hot, though. It's a porn topic I visit frequently. Pretty much every form or configuration is hot to me. Like having another woman there, great. I'm bi. Let's bring her in. But having another guy and being completely submissive is also something I'm interested in. Nathan is not bisexual at all, though, so that kind of makes the second option unlikely.
Mm.
In theory, I'd like to try pretty much everything, with public sex probably being the top of the list. I don't want to catch a charge. I have a clean record.
I just
don't want to catch a charge. I have a clean record.
I think that's so funny that that's her
Yeah.
like
Yeah. It's valid.
it's valid.
Valid.
You don't want to be in a sex offender list because you wanted to like
No.
go fucking,
Would
Yeah.
that be sex offender worthy? I mean,
I think so. I
I
think if
think
you get
so,
caught,
yeah.
I mean, it probably depends on if you're
man.
like close to
Yeah.
a school or not. All right, are you ready to hear Haven's current
oh,
situation?
sure.
What is your current situation, and are you happy?
I'm super happy.
Aw.
Our situation started off a little rocky, and I take responsibility for some of that. And some of that was him, but we have found our groove. And honestly, I'm coming from a coming from a relationship where my husband told me to my face that I was unattractive. To being with a man who gets a boner from holding my hand is so refreshing. He's
That's
crazy about
gorgeous.
me. I'm really happy.
Holding her hand. That's so
Isn't
sweet.
that
That's
sweet?
so sweet.
There's such a thing as a sweet boner.
Oh,
You know what I
100%.
mean?
The romantic
100%.
boner.
Yeah.
Like when your sweetie walks in the room and just the sight of her is boing.
Yeah.
That's like that's lovely.
It
I
is.
so
It is.
wish that I just really, 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 really wish that all boners made that sound out loud. That we could all that it just boing.
If they could make a sound, it would be that.
Of course it would be. Of course it would be.
Well, the sweet ones should make that
the
sound.
sweet ones. The
And
sweet
then-
ones.
Yeah, what is-
and
what's
then
the
the
bad
nasty
one?
ones are like,
Yeah, it's like
like a
yeah,
truck
like a foghorn.
backing up.
Yeah. Yes.
Just like a whimper. That's
Yeah.
awful. Like a
Ooh.
foghorn.
Yeah.
a slide whistle.
Ooh. That is horrendous.
Oh my god, I'd freak out. I actually
That's
wish.
a good either or question of like what of two sounds would you rather have happen for your boner?
I love that.
Yeah.
All right. How long have you guys been together, you and Nathan?
We've been together almost 2 years.
Oh, okay.
Does he also have a religious background? Was that a point of connection?
Well, funny enough, he is Pentecostal.
Oh.
He's very loose about it, though. I think for him, God is more of a comfort, like a safety net. But when we first started dating, I was very clear that being in the church is really triggering for me. I don't really want to go unless it's super, super important to him. I was clear that I don't want to be pressured into changing who I am or what I believe, and he's respected that. I've gone to church with him maybe 2 or 3 times, and one of them was for his brother's Christmas play, and another was for someone being baptized. So that was fine. But if he needs to step out or leave, he never judges me. If I need to step out and leave, he never judges me.
Mm.
Our lives and the way we live ethically don't misalign, so it works out.
That's nice.
That's nice.
Yeah.
There's a way it can work where it's like someone's,
Yeah.
God for God, and someone else isn't. And,
Yeah.
kind of a James Carville, Mary Madeline, but of the faith world.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
The first thought we all have. The
Yeah.
first
Yeah.
reference.
Yeah.
You know,
That's where my
everyone-
mind went. Yeah.
I mean, I can't
That
think.
2026 couple that we all think of.
Yeah.
All right. So for Haven, was dating someone who is religious a hesitation of yours?
Definitely, especially because I just liked him so much. I was like, I know religion helps you, but this is kind of a deal breaker for me. Before him, I said I didn't want to date anyone religious at all. But like I said, our ethics and our morals really align.
Mm.
And he's not super involved in church. Also, it's a completely different branch than I was in. So it's like, okay, speaking in tongues is a little strange to witness for the first time. We all know what that is,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Yep.
But it's not someone being told that they need to tell the entire congregation what their sins are. It's very different.
Okay.
Very different.
Wow.
I do still think that like speaking in tongues is Pentecostal's pretty serious. It's a
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
a
It's intense.
yeah, it's a pretty
Yeah.
intense.
It makes me uncomfortable. I went to not a Pentecostal, but another charismatic denomination. When I was a kid, I briefly went to an Assembly of God church,
Okay.
which is very
Mhm.
similar in terms of like prophecy. There would be holy laughter. The
Wait, can
worship was a
we
marathon.
What's
Can I?
holy
Yeah, let's talk about holy laughter. What's holy laughter?
I remember a couple of services where like a woman would go up for prayer, not unlike many a church service.
Uh-huh.
But then while they were praying, she would just start laughing in a way where it's like, oh, she's got the laughter of the Holy Spirit. It was strange. It was kind of
So
creepy.
did everybody
Huh.
like join in
No,
in
they
the
were just
laughter?
kinda
You just like
watching
let
her.
her have her holy
We were
laughter.
like, yay. And she was like, ah, she was holding the hands of the pastors or
I'm
the
gonna use
deacons or
that.
the elders or
That's
whatever.
nice.
Yeah, you should use that.
No, I'm gonna use that because sometimes I feel like I laugh in inappropriate situations. I'm like, I'm sorry, it's just holy
It's sorry,
laughter.
holy
This
laughter,
is
holy
holy
laughter.
laughter right
This
now.
is- I'm
Sorry.
channeling God.
It's nothing to do with you.
How did you feel about playing Haven? About being someone else? About reading all
You
of her
know, it
business?
turns out I didn't have a Jeremy Strong level of commitment to the part. I was really drifting in and out of character there in a way where it's like, kind of like almost like Jerry Seinfeld style of acting, where he's like watching himself act while he's acting.
I think you had a good mix of both. Jeremy
trying
Strong
to.
and
And
Jerry
Jerry Seinfeld,
Seinfeld.
the
yeah,
two-
kind
the
of
two
of the biggest
pinnacles.
actors
Yeah,
of our
yeah.
generation.
the great
Yeah.
actors of their
Yeah,
time.
they're the greats.
Did you like
Yeah.
sharing her business? Did you like learning about somebody else's life?
I loved how open she was. So this is a pre-interview that you do.
Yeah. I talked to Haven on the phone. I get her
You
answers.
must have a gift
Oh,
for
I
getting
don't, but-
people to open up in a particular way.
Well,
you
they just.
know?
I think people like talking about this stuff.
I'm sure they do,
Yeah, yeah.
but then I feel like the follow-up questions here were very good.
Oh, thank you. I
You're
only know
welcome.
them because, well, one, because I'm a very curious, nosy person, but
Yeah.
two, I feel like after a little while, you start to know what are people going to want to know about, which is
Mhm.
usually like, wait, are they still friends? Wait, what happened next? Like people do follow the side characters of the story, and they want to know,
Mhm.
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
You answered all the questions I would have had listening to her.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
know.
I'm glad.
Yeah.
It was beautiful.
I learned a lot today.
Are these all people who listen to the show? as
Not
well?
necessarily, but probably now
Okay.
because people can email us at noneofmybusinesspodcast@gmail.com.
Mm-hmm.
Just tell us you want to share your business and we will reach out and set up an interview with you. So mostly now, but
Yeah.
in the beginning, I was kind of just
It was like
casting a
outreach.
wide
Talking
net
to
and saying,
friends.
Yeah.
just say who wants to share their
Friends,
stories.
family.
Actually,
Yeah.
Sophia doesn't want to say this, but I was one of the first kind of like anonymous interviews that
Yeah.
she did on the show.
The first three were all Kevin. We just split up the story differently.
So
Yeah,
go
yeah.
back to those,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
you're gonna
And
that-
you're gonna
that's
hear those
Kevin's
in a whole
order.
different way.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
going
yeah.
to
It's like,
come together.
that was him.
Yeah.
And that was it. Wow.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
guess so.
Yeah.
He's lived a life.
Yeah. Thank you so much for doing this.
Oh, my
you.
pleasure.
Where
Thanks
can
for
people
having
find
me.
you?
Oh gosh, where can they find me? They can find me at Kevin T. Porter everywhere, I guess.
Yeah, Kevin T. Porter. The T is
On
very important.
Blue Sky. No, I am on Blue Sky, unfortunately.
Okay,
For
Okay,
y'all.
nice. No.
Kind of technically, I think, but I
Technically.
haven't checked in there.
Yeah.
But it's
And
funny.
your podcast,
And good
Yes,
Christian
yes.
fun. Listen to good
which is
Christian
so much.
fun, of
It's
course.
so fun. To
We talk about Christian pop culture. We had Sophia on
It was
as
so
a
much
guest.
fun
We
to
would
do.
love to have Kelsey on.
I would
as a
love to be
guest.
on.
Yeah, we can talk more about Taylor Swift Theft Auto Church.
Please, please. My mind is working.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, thank you.
If you're interested in us sharing your business anonymously on our next episode or just want to drop us a line, email us at noneofmybusinesspodcast@gmail.com. None of My Business is hosted by me, Sophia Benoit, and my co-host, Kelsey June Jensen. Our supervising producer is Justin Sales. Additional production by Sasha Ashal, Austin Gale, and Juliana Ress. Video editing and production by Kayla Talley. Social media support comes from Austin Gale, Kayla Talley, and Sasha Ashal. Special thanks go to Jonathan Ratliff, Hannah Lakin, John Richter, Belle Roman, and Alea Zaniris. Art direction by David Shoemaker. Motion design by Skull Closet Studio. Photography by Kyle Smithers. Hair by Issa Wilson. If you enjoyed today's show, like and subscribe, follow, or leave us a 5-star review. If you didn't like today's episode, well, that's none of our business.